pressure. We sure have covered a lot of information, but there's just one last type of force that we are going to mention, and that's pressure. When you exert force on an object, you are applying pressure. Pressure is a word to describe the force that is exerted on a given area. For example, if I tried to cut an apple using a ruler, it doesn't work too well. But if you apply the same force with a knife, I get a much better result. The pressure applied was the same, so what changed? There is an equation that can help us explain why a knife works better at slicing an apple than a ruler. Here it is. Pressure is equal to force over area. The area covered by the slim blade of the knife is much smaller than the area covered by the wide ruler. The same force over less area gives you more pressure, and that's why a knife does a much better job at cutting the apple. If you have ever been swimming, you know that the force you feel surrounding your body is very different when you're underwater as opposed to on land. Water has mass, just like anything else. And when your body pushes against water molecules, they push back. The deeper you go into the water, the more pressure you feel. And even though you almost can't feel it, air has mass too. And because the air has mass, it can put pressure on objects too. When you pump up a bicycle tire, it is air pressure that changes the shape of the tire. Well, there you have it. Just about all the basics you need to know about forces. You learn that a force is either a push or a pull. And force is constantly at work all around you. Gravity, electromagnetism, and nuclear force are some examples. We examined Newton's 3 laws of motion and saw how pressure can do some pretty neat things. Force, it has a major impact on everything in the real world.